Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a gameplay video today. We have the new set 6 Ayakashi Vermilion. I'm going to be playing Callie with some of the new stuff that she got. It's mostly blue. And then my friend is going to be playing the Raora deck, which got a leader plus a bunch of brand new cards. And if you're looking for the deck list for both of these decks, they're going to be down below in the description. So go check that out. Okay, and then I won the dice roll, so I'm going to be going first this game. I'm going to start off. Shrink to the center. Put down a debut and then play a friendly PC. I'm gonna search for a debut with the extra text. So I'm just gonna grab one. Okay, and then after that, I'm just gonna collab and then pass the turn. Okay, over to my opponent. He's going to cheer for turn. Sorry about the glare, by the way. Try to do better next time. He's going to play a Soraz Celebration. He's going to draw 2. He's going to look at the top 5 and grab a first. And while he's doing that, I'm going to talk about the Raora SP skill, SP Oshi skill. You can use it turn 1 as long as you can collab that turn. It's pretty abusable. Let's use all these collab effects like this first Raora that he just found. Okay, it looks like he has a couple debuts as well, so he's going to play those. Alright, and then Raora does have a going second card, so he's going to collab, activate the effect, and then search out a debut. Right, now he's going to activate that SP Oshi skill. And now for the rest of the game, all of his Raoras won't rest during the reset step, which means basically those collabs will not rest and they'll just go back standing, so you can use them again if he wants to. He's just going to swing with his center, 30 damage to my center, and then pass the turn back over to me. It's deciding where I'm going to cheer this time. I'm going to put on this blue debut in the back row. I'm going to draw 2. Ooh, that was a good draw. I'm going to check the top 5. Okay, I'm going to grab another one of these first Callies. This one's really good. Just came out in the new set. The collab ability is awesome. So it's on collab. I'm going to draw 3 and then discard 2 cards from my hand. And then with the arts attack, I can draw a card and then mill the top 2 cards of my deck. I'm going to bloom both of these in the front row. It's basically going to let me draw 2 cards and mill 4. So there's the first one, draw 1, mill 2. Second one is also going to hit center, is draw a card, and then I'm going to mill 2 more. And then after that, I'm going to pass over to my opponent. There he goes, puts that collab Raora back to his back row, unrested. He's going to attach a energy to the back run, or cheer, my bad. Okay, there he goes, he's going to bloom into that collab Raora. That's going to let him search for a first or a debut on collab. There he goes, going to collab and then search. Okay, he's going to search out the Buzz. Okay, he's going to bloom his center. He's going to activate the bloom ability. It's going to let him search out the Chitino. Chitino's really nice. It makes the Raora really tanky. It adds extra 30 HP as long as it's attached to a first or greater Raora. So that Buzz in the center is going to have a total of 280 HP. Really tanky. Alright, and he's just going to swing with his center into mine. Puts me at 60 damage total. I'm going to pass back over to me, draw for turn. It's going to attach to the back row again. The nice thing about this new Callie second that you're going to see in a minute is like it can attack for just 1 cheer, which is nice. Ooh, and I found another one of these collab Callies. So I'm going to use the ability again, draw 3, discard 2. Gonna get rid of 2 more debuts. put down another debut. Looks like I'm just drawing them all. Okay, there we go. We're gonna bloom into that second. Okay, looks like I found a couple more firsts. Here's another one of these new firsts that we got. It's on bloom as long as you have 3 or more EN trait. You can search your cheer deck for either a purple or blue and attach it to any of your Holomem. I'm gonna attach that scythe. It's gonna mill 1 off the top, and then I'm gonna get plus 10 arts. Alright, and then here we're gonna just use that first ability, swing 70 to center. And then the on swing is mill 2, and then put the top card of my cheer deck to any of my Holomem. Gonna put on that back row, power that one up. Then I'm also gonna activate the SP skill. Since my Callie attacked, I'm gonna pay 2 and then swing again. It's gonna do another 70 damage. I'm gonna mill 2 and then attach another cheer. So you can see all the cheer ramping going on right now. Since this Callie second requires 4 cheers. Okay, and then we're gonna go collab to a center, draw a card, mill 2. Going through a lot of the deck right now. Right, and then all these attacks are gonna go onto the center, putting them at 230 damage. And I wanted to make sure I put enough damage on that buzz. At least 210 damage, that way he can't bloom into his second. His second does have 210 HP. Even though he has Chitino attached, when you bloom, it doesn't count anything that's attached to the target. So he wouldn't be able to bloom into his second. Alright, and then here his collab effect is going to search for another first. And then he's also going to use his once per turn, the pay 2 holo power. He's going to search for a Holomem with the same name as his collab. He's going to search out that second that I was talking about. Okay, and there's the bloom. That's going to let him target one of his Holomem, and it's going to do an extra 20 damage this turn. He's going to play a bloom stage, draw 2. He's going to put down another couple more debuts. And then I'm just going to swing 50 to my collab and then pass the turn. Unfortunately for my opponent, not a very impactful turn for him. He just poked my collab and then passed the turn. It's going to go over to me now. So let's see what we're going to do. Looks like we're going to end up collabing again. Draw 3 more cards, discard 2. Going through a lot of the deck now. It looks like I'm also going to use my once per turn skill, pay 2, discard 2 from my hand, and then grab back 2 EN trait characters. Okay, we're going to grab the old second that can swing for 3 cheer, as well as another ramper. Okay, and then the on bloom effect on the old second, I search my deck for any card and then put it into the archive. There's only 5 cards left in the deck. It's getting really low. Maybe shouldn't have collabed to draw 3. Probably got a little greedy with that. We're gonna get rid of a bloom stage. Don't really need that anymore. Okay, we're gonna bloom into this first Callie. That's gonna let me grab a scythe from the archive. There's the bloom. Gonna grab another cheer, put it somewhere, put it on the back row, get that powered up. Alright, and this is gonna be 160 damage since I have 8 myth in my archive. Just double checking. Yeah, this is definitely at least 8. So that's gonna knock out his collab. And then we're gonna swing just the 60 or 70 damage to center. It's optional mill 2, so we're not gonna mill 2. Don't want to deck out. Okay, and then pass back over to my opponent. It's gonna promote that first with 2 cheers attached. Okay, there's the second. Okay, and there's the old second. It has a pretty nice on-collab ability that you can use. Just gonna activate that now. On collab, top 3, add a painting trait. Looks like he whiffed, unfortunately. No Hololive in the top 3. There's another bloom. It's gonna target his center. It's gonna do an extra 20 damage this turn. There's the Chitino on the center. It's going to put it up to 240 HP. Alright, he's going to play a drawing stream. New card from set 6. It's going to let him attach another cheer somewhere. He's going to put on that painting trait in the back row. Lets him grab a painting trait back from the archive. It's going to bloom back there. It's going to let him search for another Chitino. Okay, then that also has a crit 50 purple, so that's going to do 170 to my collab. And then with the attack on the second, it's going to power up his collab second. It's going to do plenty of damage, 200 damage to knock out my center. So I'm going to put that 4th cheer on that back row Callie, promoting it to the front row, and then pass over to my turn. I'm going to draw. Okay, cheer to the back. There we go, there's the second. It's got 4 cheers, so it's all powered up. At this point, I'm just going to attack his second for 220 damage. And then the draw card is not optional, as long as you have 8 or more Hololive and your Oshi is Callie, you have to draw a card. It's going to put me down to 2. And then pass back over to him, he's got 1 life left. Looks like he got things powered up, but I think it's going to be a little too late, unfortunately. He went off to a slow start. I was able to power up my Callies pretty quickly and go through the deck pretty fast. Looks like he's going to do the on-collab ability. He's going to check top 3, see if he finds anything. Finds another debut. Put the other 2 on the bottom. Okay, now he's going to pay 2 and then search out a Raora. So grab another one of those blooms that lets him do an extra 20 damage. Ooh, and then he has the Totsumachi. It's pretty good for the situation. Unfortunately, I have 4 life, so it's not going to be that big of a deal for me. And there's the bloom, plus 20. He's going to target his collab ability, his collab Hololive with that. Okay, he's going to have his center. Center's going to do 100 damage to my collab. It's going to power up his second. Second's going to do 220 damage. It's going to be able to knock out my collab, or my center, my bad. That 220 damage is going to knock out my center. I'm going to attach that to my back row Callie, that has 3 cheers already, and then promote that one. Pass back over to my turn, draw for turn. I'm going to cheer somewhere else. I have 1 more of the second Callies in my hand, so that's going to be 220 damage on his collab. That's going to be the game. Thanks again for watching, guys. Deck lists are going to be down below in the description, and if you're interested in seeing any gameplay, give me some suggestions down below. I'm happy to build some new decks. Alright, see you guys later.